Well, after the Reserve Bank cut interest rates yesterday, citing modest economic growth, the government was cock-a-hoop today after the release of startling new figures which show the economy roaring ahead, taking economists and the opposition by surprise. After the distractions and disasters that have beset Julia Gillard for most of her term, the government has had one day at least fighting a battle it thinks it can win. And as political correspondent Tom Eagleton reports, it made the most of it.
Despite economic thunderstorms overseas, households here are ignoring the rain and heading back to the shops. Economic growth for the March quarter hit 1.3%, back to pre-global financial crisis levels. The biggest factors driving the result were household spending up a healthy 1.6% and business investment up more than 5%. Growth is uneven. The mining states are doing best. The eastern states aren't keeping up. Even so, the result came despite cyclones inflicting a slight drop in iron ore exports for the quarter. The Treasurer could hardly contain a smile.
What a great day for Australia, and what a stunning set of figures.
It was also a gift for Julia Gillard's unpopular government.
Is that for me? Thank you.
Australians today can be very proud of the growth in our economy, and that should give people every reason for optimism in the future.
There is very little confidence in our economy, and the best thing we can do to restore confidence in our economy is to have a change of government.
Mr Abbott's reaction to the news played into the hands of a government which thinks its best strategy is to paint the opposition as scaremongers when it comes to the economy.
They talk it down every day, and that negativity does have a cost.
This tide of negativity, relentless negativity from the doomsayers has to stop, because it insults the hard work that so many Australians put in to make our economy strong.
Mr Abbott's shadow treasurer offered a more measured reaction.
Surprisingly strong number, and we hope the trend continues. I totally accept that the numbers are the numbers. Imagine how well our country could do if we had a good government.
And he admitted, as did many economists today, the coalition didn't see the result coming, despite it being in line with Treasury forecasts.
It is extraordinary, though, that the Reserve Bank put out a statement yesterday identifying modest domestic growth as an issue, and today we have these extraordinary numbers.
With the opposition left grasping, the Treasurer broadened his attack on others he says have naysayed the economy.
It's not only Mr Abbott and Mr Hockey. There are people in the business community who from time to time do talk our economy down.
Mr Swan refused to name who precisely he was talking about, but there was some public criticism today of the economy from one business leader.
Increased operating costs, carbon taxes and so on have all conspired to turn this from a fairly low-cost environment and therefore competitive to a higher-cost environment.
We will continue to grow strongly with a carbon price. Jobs will continue to be created with a carbon price. Wealth will continue to be created with a carbon price.
The BHP boss also signalled the biggest brake on growth in the mining industry was people to build and work at new mines.
People simply are not willing enough to move to Western Australia.
On that plea, Mr Swan is all ears.
I'm engaged in those discussions with people like Mr Kloppers all of the time, and I value those discussions.
If Mr Swan wants more impressive growth numbers like the one today, he knows that giving a helping hand to the mining investment pipeline is key, even if he'd like Mr Kloppers to pipe down about what he doesn't like about government policy. Tom Eagleton, Late Line.